I used to spend 2 hours every day just trying to figure out which shoots were happening, which edits were due, and which clients were waiting on content. Everything was scattered in Google Docs, random Slack threads, my brain, and I'd still miss deliverables. I couldn't take on more than 2 to 3 clients at a time without completely losing my mind. I wanted to scale, but I had no systems whatsoever. I couldn't hire editors because I had nothing to hand them. I couldn't bring on more shooters because there was no process. Shoots felt chaotic. Clients were asking, where's my content? My team had no clue what they were supposed to be working on. So that's exactly why I built a Notion system that runs the entire production pipeline so that now every project has a clear workflow, scripts, shoot schedules, edit queues, client approvals, posting calendars, all in one place. That system allowed us to scale to over 3 shoots a day and hit over $300,000 a month. My editors know exactly what to cut, my shooters know exactly what's on the shoot calendar, and clients get their projects on time. Look, we've helped scale over 600 other agencies, have done over $10 million in online revenue, and I've built a team of over 25 using this exact process. So if you're running a content agency, and if you're feeling stuck at $10,000 to $20,000 a month because you can't hire a scale, this video is for you. This system will change your business. Let's get into it. So we built everything inside of Notion, which is the project management tool that we use. The reason that we use Notion is because it is super user-friendly and we can really customize our flow, especially being in video. It's not like a to-do/done. It is a little bit custom and it requires a little bit of a custom workflow that is needed. So let me walk through exactly how this works. So when we get on a new client, we add our new client to our client directory right here. If I open the client directory, we'll have everything that we need for that client, whether that's, their branding, their video editor guide, if I'm bringing on an editor, onboarding form, anything that is relevant to the team will be simply stored here. So now let's just say we are going to do a project for that client. Let's just say I'm going to do 8 videos for them. Let me walk you through exactly how we're using Notion to fulfill this. So we've built what's called a fulfillment funnel operating system. So essentially the theory here with this is that content is like a funnel. It's not a to-do done type of task, right? Like when you're creating a video, it goes to scripting, then it goes to ready to shoot, then it goes to shot, then it goes to editing, then it goes to send to client. And the problem is you can't just assign, oh, shoot this piece of content, edit this piece of content. Like that would be a project management nightmare and you'd basically be assigning tasks all freaking day. So what we've decided to do and what we use is we basically treat a piece of content, a deliverable, a video as a funnel, and it goes through the funnel to actually being completed, and it crosses hands based off of the statuses and based off of who is assigned to that project. Let me explain. So let's just say we are going to do a project. So what I'm going to do is inside of Notion, I'm going to open this bad boy up and I'm going to select client X month, indicating that it is going to be a piece of, or like a content retainer essentially. So let's just say the client is going to be Bottlenecks. Let's do it. I signed as the client. Then I'll just change this project name to Bottlenecks February content. So the project essentially is the overarching task, like the initiative for the month of what we're doing for that specific client. And then now the tasks live inside of the project and we're able to manage the tasks and assign them to that specific project. Let's look into what's down here. So essentially what's down here is templates that I can use. So I'm just going to actually just say we're going to do 4 pieces of content. Okay. So what I already did was I created templates in here. You can open this up and you can add in your own customizations to the templates, depending on what it is that you're offering to people and your current workflows. It can be really extensive. It can be really simple, whatever it could be. Because all we need to do is just select these bad boys and we can drag these into ready to script, because ready to script is going to be the first basically status of that video, right? So in this case, I would have a call with a client, or maybe I would be ideating before and I would say, okay, cool. Here's the ideas for the month. Here's what we're going to shoot, all that good stuff. And I would get the agreement for the client that, okay, perfect. This is what we're going to move forward with. These are the titles. These are the topics. Then I would then proceed with this process to get the project management flow dialed in. So yourself or a project manager can basically open this bad boy up and then you can begin to change the title. So let's just say we're going to do 3 reasons XYZ. Then we're going to do why you should, 4 things to do, 8 things never to say. Cool. So these are basically the titles of the video. So once we've laid out the titles inside of the project, what we just need to do is we just need to reverse engineer it. Okay. At this point, you should already know like when the shoot date's going to be, who the videographer is, who the editor is, who's going to be potentially posting the video, whatever it could be. So what we want to do is we want to reverse engineer basically the end date, the due date of when it's going to be executed or sent to the client, and reverse engineer for every single person on the team. Okay. So what we do is essentially we'll go through and we'll say, okay, cool. These are going to be short form videos. The script writer is going to be me, let's call it. The videographer, sure, can also be me, also be the editor, but you could assign the editor to it, social media manager, no media buyer, no graphic designer needed. Then let's just say you have a script writer. Cool. We can make the scripts due tomorrow. And then shoot date, let's say we are shooting on the 11th. And then I want the editors to edit these on the 13th. I feel confident that they can get all 4 of these done. And we're going to post these on the 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th on behalf of the client. So that's all we really have to do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get out of this page and I'm going to show you how this is transitioned and how this is communicated across your whole team, or could be communicated across your whole team. Look, real quick, guys, if you are looking to scale your agency to $50, $100, even $200,000 a month, our team will install the same systems that I use to scale to over $5 million in revenue inside of my agency directly inside of your business. And it'll just take around 14 days. So to see if this could be a fit for you guys, just click link down below to book a call and learn more. So let's just go back home. So what we do is we create team pages per the person that is responsible for the specific task based off of the task statuses. So if I go back to the fulfillment funnel, if I open up this project, we can see that there are multiple, or if I go back to the fulfillment funnel, look at task status, I can see all of the tasks that are basically available essentially for me to add. So there's going to be different people scripting, then there's going to be actually creating, then editing, then reviewing, then revising, then sending to client, then posting. Okay. There's going to be different people that are responsible for each phase. So what we do is we create team boards for each person that's responsible for that specific phase. So let's start with step number 1, which is going to be script writing. Okay. Who's going to be responsible for script writing based off of this board? The copywriter. Cool. So what we do is we have right here a board that's filtered just for ready to script. And then you could even like filter by script writer and shows everything that is ready to script. We can see it by project and we can see it by due date. So then what I would do if I'm the script writer is I would open this up, I would scroll down and I would type my script. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 and boom. Okay, so script is now done. Awesome. So now what the scriptwriter does is they move this to ready to create. Okay. I can move this to ready to create. I can move this to ready to create. So now it's out of the scriptwriter's queue. Okay. So you can have different sections for different people. And if you're, a freelancer, you're likely doing all this sort of stuff, but I would break down your views by the specific tasks that eventually you're going to delegate if that is in fact your goal. So now they're in ready to create. What does that mean? Well, after they've been scripted, they're now ready to shoot. So it's going to get off of the copywriter's board, and guess where it's going to go? It's going to go to the videographer, because that means that they're going to be notified that, hey, we're shooting this and this is going to be ready to shoot. So we now have a videographer board on the same card. These are the same cards. We're not recreating the wheel. And these are now in the status of ready to create. And it's based off of the shoot date, this calendar. So this is the videographer board. Videographer board layout is showing calendar by shoot date. And they can see next week on the 11th, I'm going to go ahead and shoot these pieces of content. It's for Bottlenecks. I'm the videographer assigned to it, and I can open this up and I can start to read the script and understand what's going on. Perfect. We're setting this person up for success. So now we can gauge capacity for future videographers and videographers. We can see how many shoots we're doing per client every single month, and everything lives on this calendar. If you are doing multi-day shoots, then you could also add an end date, and you could say, this is going to be a 3-day shoot, for example. Okay, so there's a lot of fluidity and flexibility that you can have inside of a Notion with your dates. And that's why I really, really enjoy using it. Cool. Let's just say February 11th rolls around and now it's time to shoot this. What does the videographer do? Well, what I'm going to do is I send them out with an iPad, and they have Notion up and ready, and they have the scripts up and ready for the client, or however you're going to shoot for your clients. And they have this either on the phone or on an iPad, and they're going to basically just reference what they're shooting with the client on the day, and they're prepared because they can see the script all in one place, making it easy for them. So now let's just say, okay, cool, videographer, I just shot with the client. I feel prepared. I looked at it the day before. Awesome. Now I'm going to go back to the office, go back home, wherever it is. And now I need to drop the footage. Well, we have a footage drop view that essentially shows a table of the same card, guys, the same card that we created, and we have a cell of a raw footage. Okay, so all we're doing is we can just drop the raw footage here. Okay, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. Awesome. So now what I can do is I can go ahead and select these. And now that I've dropped the raw footage, I can move these to ready to edit. Okay, simple as that. All right. Now, not only that, but we can see how many shoots have been completed, how many videos this month we've done, et cetera, et cetera. Pretty freaking cool. All the shoots that we've done, pretty awesome. Cool. Videographer's job is done. Sweet. They've gone back. They're equipped. They just have this page, super, super easy. If I open this card, it's already going to show up in the raw footage file right there. Simple as that. This looks like a lot, but that's not what we're communicating to the team. That's not how we're delegating this. Awesome. So if it's ready to edit, who needs to see that? Well, the editor. So that's why we have an editor board. So similar, guys, similar flow right here. We have a few different views for the editor specifically. So because the videographer doesn't need to see it, the script editor doesn't need to see it, it's done, right? But it also is living in the project, but it's like we're moving it through the funnel. So now we can see, oh, here's the videos, here's the client, here's the raw footage, here's the due date. Awesome. I can see it from a board view, and I can also see it from an editing board view. Now I can just open these up. I can see when I need to edit these, depending on my capacity. Like we had 10 editors at once, and each would have their own boards and their own cards assigned to them. And it was really freaking awesome because we could actually see how many edits each person was doing every single month. We could keep their calendar full. We could, communicate expectations to clients, and it was super easy to manage because it was just from a calendar, and we could see who's at what capacity, and we could gauge capacity, et cetera, et cetera. So we can see that, okay, cool. These edits are due on the 13th. I can see that the raw footage is already dropped in there, and it's for Bottlenecks. Awesome. I feel equipped. I could even pop open here. I could scroll down. I could see the video editor guide if we have a video editor guide for them. Okay, cool. Let me just pop this open, and I can see the expectations for editing. I can see, their visual style, some inspiration. Awesome. I'm equipped as an editor to freaking crush this. Like, let's go. Okay. So now, if I'm an editor, I'm going to go ahead and take these, let's just say February 13th rolls along. I'm going to start editing these bad boys, okay? And then all we do is after we edit, we just drop these into content URL, okay? So let me just drop all these bad boys in here. And we can see that these have now been completed, okay? So now what does the editor do? Well, we need to get them for review. Needs to be QC'd, my friends. So now the editor has to wait for feedback, make sure that there's no revisions. Okay. But wait, who's going to review the videos? Well, again, guys, there is going to be a board for that. So if there is a quality control, sweet, we have a board for specifically quality control, meaning that if it's in the status of ready for review, we just simply show what's important for the person that's reviewing, which is going to be the project, the tasks, the content URL, which is the video, and then the status. So now what the person that's responsible for reviewing will do is they'll just click on the frame link, make any comments, whatever, and then move this to, ready to revise or, ready to send to clients. Okay. And if it goes into ready to revise, then that goes back into the editor's queue of I need to revise this. And the expectation here is that this is 24-hour turnaround. We need this as quickly as possible. Cool. And then also we have some cool little things down here, some charts where we can, edify them as they're doing well, and we can see their numbers. Phenomenal, guys. Good leadership. Okay, let's just say this is great, sweet. This is finally approved, move it under revision, whatever, ready to send the client. Cool. So now the editors just are working on what they need to work on. The videographers are working on what they need to work on. The scripters are working on what they need to work on. The QC is working on what they need to work on. Now it's ready to send to the client. Cool. Well, we have a client communication board right here. Okay. So what I can do is I can just simply pull this up and I can see, okay, cool. Bottlenecks, February content. Let me just open this up. I could even just click into the client and I can see, their email, and I can just go ahead and copy their email. I could literally just copy and paste this to the client if I wanted to and send them a link that way. But I could see all the things that are ready to send to client by project. Okay. This is freaking killer. Also down below, I can also see like all the projects in here or all the clients in here. So I'm ready to go. Here's another way to do this inside of Notion. We can actually create an internal client portal. So let me just go back to the client portal. We are in Bottlenecks. We are working on the project, and we'll see that project right here. Bottlenecks February content. So what we built is we built a content approval board. So we created a content approval board. So as you'll see here, what you see is you have basically all of the tasks that are in the queue for that specific project. Okay, so I can see, these are the videos that we're currently working on that have a content URL. Okay, this is the internal database. Okay, what we don't want to do is we don't want to send this to the client because they could just pop this open and they can see basically everything that's happened in all the scripts and all that sort of stuff. And they could maybe even see all the videos that you're doing for people. So that's not what we want to do. What we want to do is we just created a filter in the template that it's the client. And then what we have is a separate database that's basically the client's content approval. So all we need to do is just copy this. We can just paste it right here. So now this shows up as here's the task name, here's the post date, and here's the content URL. So this database actually lives in a client portal where they can see all of the content that they need to approve. So this is synced with another database inside of their client portal so they can easily approve, make any notes, or anything along those lines. Okay. And then all we need to do is we just need to click share, and we can share this page and give our clients editor access, and they create a free Notion account, and they can just basically see this, and they can see everything that is approved. They can see a history of all of the pieces of content that you've created for them in the approved section. So makes your life and the client's life a lot easier. So let's just say now these are all approved. Awesome. So we've gone through that process. Maybe we've used the fun little content approval board. So let's go to client communication, and we'll say, cool, we sent these to the client. Now these are officially ready to post. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, who's going to be posting? The social media manager. Okay, well, we have a social media management board. Let's go organic posting. There we go. So if I pop this open, guess what? Since we created the post dates here, guess what? That's when we're going to post them. Okay, so now we can have a social media manager assigned to this board, and they'll know exactly what to post, when to post, what content to post, and so much more. Guys, this is basically the fulfillment funnel that's handled hundreds and hundreds of edits every single month, and basically has made my life significantly easier. It has bought back my time. It's allowed my team to be set up for success so that ultimately I could work without having to basically babysit, micromanage, guess where things are, follow up with editors on due dates, et cetera, et cetera. And guys, if you're watching this and you're like, okay, what the heck? How can you actually help me with this? Because this was pretty mind-blowing. We'll actually help install this into your business and set it up custom to how your video agency is. So if you're interested in learning more about how we do that, just click the link down below to book a call. Otherwise, you can click the video on the screen to get some more sauce. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.